Chapter 18. She disappeared into the house. Adam followed, up the cinder block steps and into a kitchen. There was a counter and sink on the left. The floor consisted of dirty white linoleum, and when he stepped into the very center, it gave a little under his weight. "Don't worry," Tabret Meller said. "The floor has held my fat ass for years. It won't give now." Adam grinned nervously as he crossed the kitchen and followed her into a small living room. He was immediately assaulted with the smell of animal urine. He took short, shallow breaths as Tabret sat on an ugly, floral-patterned couch. Adam reluctantly sat next to her. The smell got worse. "You didn't seem surprised to see me," Tabret said. "I figured it was you after I read your note." "I was hoping you would." "Did you know it was me when I called you?" he asked. "No, I didn't know until I saw you passed out on the floor. I didn't see you in that dark bathroom. Where was that, anyway?" "A mall movie theater bathroom." "Oh, that was different." "What do you mean?" Adam said. An indecipherable look passed over Tabret's face. "Usually, people call me from their homes, not public bathrooms." She smiled. "Did you not trust me enough the first time?" "No, I didn't." He sounded offended. "I didn't even know who you were then. I barely know you now." "Then why did you call me to your house the second time?" "Because I was tired of waiting, and I had a baseball bat that time." Tabret laughed. "I saw it." Adam smiled, but more from her infectious laugh than from the situation. "Seriously, though," he said, "how do you do it? Travel through water, I mean." "It's quite simple. I found a tear in the fabric of space and time and can access it any time I want." Adam sat silently on the smelly couch for a moment before saying, "Oh, is that all?" "You don't believe me, do you?" "Of course I do. I've seen you do." He trailed off. Had he actually seen her do anything? He'd been in the office when she left the note in the bathroom at work, and downstairs when she showed up in his room. "Were you in my room last night, too?" She thought for a moment before saying, "No. Why?" "Someone attacked me last night." "And you thought it was me?" "You could have been in the mall the night I called you. You could have followed me home and broken in." "Do you truly believe that?" Tabret sat back and stared skeptically. He shook his head. Not only did he not believe that, but he didn't want to believe it. He'd already opened his mind to the possibility that something extraordinary was going on. He felt to believe otherwise would destroy him. "Seeing is believing, I suppose," Tabret said as she hefted herself to her feet. "Come on, I'll show you." Adam followed her back out into the hall, passing a bedroom on the left filled with half a dozen bathtubs, and into a bathroom across the hall that shared a wall with the kitchen. The bathroom was small and grimy, and Adam didn't want to touch anything in here. There were no windows, but there was a horrendous fluorescent light above that made him feel like he was in a David Fincher movie. "This," Tabret said as she pointed to the tub, "is my time machine." Adam stared at it. It looked like an ordinary tub, filled almost to the top with clear water. The tile walls that surrounded it were scummy with black and green mold. He wasn't sure, but he could swear he heard whispers coming from the water. The surface even vibrated with the whispers. "Those are people calling for me, like you did," Tabret said, noticing his inquiring expression. "I've been getting a lot of requests over the past month." "All those people have gone to the past?" "Not all. I'm a tad picky about whom I help." Adam looked at the tub again. "How do you respond to specific people when they're all calling at once?" "Good question. I'll show you." She walked over to the tub and sat on the lip. She closed her eyes and listened to the whispers for a moment. Then she stuck a finger into the tub. Suddenly, Adam heard just one voice instead of many. "And that's the person I'll see," she said. "Wanna watch?" "Sure," Adam said. Tabret swung her legs over the lip and into the tub. She was still fully dressed, but without shoes. She sat in the water, which came up to her stomach. "Don't do anything while I'm gone," she said, just before she crossed her arms over her chest and lay back. She was fully submerged now. She stayed that way for 10 seconds. Adam stood there and stared, wondering how long she would stay that way. Then something happened that made his jaw drop. Tabret began disappearing. He could see the bottom of the tub through her. She was as clear as the water, almost seemed to dissolve into it. Then she was gone completely.